So hi everyone. We are the SOKROBAN team, and my name is Roberto, and my group is Arthur, Reedy, and Felix, and this will be our presentation for our project. Let me share my screen. And Arthur?
Hey Rob, what are you up to? How's studying going for finals?
Oh man, I don't have any time for studying.
Why not?
I have been spending time on this game that's called SOKROBAN, and I'm trying to beat my high score in it.
What's that?
SOKROBAN? It's this new puzzle game where you have to organize boxes onto designated spots in order to beat the level and get a more challenging puzzle. You can do this until you mess up and you have to restart.
And how do you win? Or like, how do you lose?
Well, I think it might be easier if I just show it to you. So here's the login page. I'm going to just sign in because I have an account, but you can just play as guest for now and sign up later if you like it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I put the wrong password. Let me put the correct one. So there are different ways you can play this game, and we can try playing together later. But for now, let me show you what I'm trying to beat.
So there are 3 modes, right? And you're playing in normal mode?
Yes, right now I'm practicing in normal mode to get better at solving these puzzles. So this game randomly generates new levels each time, but scales the difficulty based on level. So currently I'm on level 1, so the number of crates is fewer and the size of the map is smaller than it would be later on.
Oh, I see. And what are you supposed to do with that green dot?
That is the target, where you should try and place the crate. So let me show you how I beat the level 1. And now I can move to the next level by pressing this button right here.
Oh, that doesn't look right.
Well, yeah, I think I messed up. So if that happens, I can just press undo with the undo button right here and undo my last move. But if I need to undo all the way back to the start, I can just reset the level by resetting with the reset level button instead of pressing undo too many times.
Oh, that's cool. So when does the game actually get harder?
So every 3 levels, the difficulty gets harder. By that, I mean the amount of crates increases, and so does the size of the map.
Oh, I see. Okay. So the score carries over to the next level, but the timer resets, right?
Yes, using the number of moves done, time taken, and level of difficulty, the game calculates the score, and your score at the end of the game will be considered your high score.
So how will your high score be set here?
Well, in normal mode, it will not be saved because in this mode, it is possible to play indefinitely. But in challenge mode, your high score will be saved to a global leaderboard as a reward for your achievement.
Why challenge mode? What's so special about it?
Let me show you. The undo and reset buttons are disabled here, so any mistakes you make is final. And when you make a mistake, you have to completely restart your run, back from level 1, like this.
Oh, so now you messed up and the game is over, right?
Unfortunately, yes, and the score I had is now saved as the final score.
Got it. And what about that last mode? I think it was called sandbox mode.
It's just another type of practice mode where you can choose how many crates you want on the map. Let me show you how it works. So how many crates do you want in the range from 1 to 10?
Try 4.
Sure.
Nice. What about 6?
Sure, I can try 6.
Cool. I think I get it. And where's the high score saved?
It will get saved here in the leaderboard. Let me show you. This is a mock-up of what the leaderboard will look like. So
nice. And if you still have some time, do you want to try and play together?
Sure, let's try co-op. Just hit multiplayer. I'm going to create a room called co-op with max player of 2. And all you have to do is check off the co-op box and click join.
Okay, sounds easy enough.
I just created the room.
Okay. Second. All right, I'm in.
Okay.
So I'll start playing?
Sure.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Oh, really? Let's test how good you are in the VS mode.
There's a VS mode, so we can play against each other, right? That's awesome. Let's do that.
For that, we have to go back to the lobby screen and choose the versus mode. Once I select VS mode in the multiplayer lobby, the game automatically sets the maximum player count to 2. Once I make the room, you will join it, and I will call it SOK VS as well.
Okay. You made it?
Give me 1 second. No. Oh, I think you can join, yes.
Okay, I'm in. So do we just see who finishes first?
Sure. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's go. I think I won.
I think so too. Let me finish real quick.
Oh,
Okay, I pressed the next level.
oh, you want to go one more?
Yeah, why not?
Let's go. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's go. I think I
You
won
won
again. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. This was our presentation, and we are ready to take any questions if you have.
That was a wonderful presentation. I just want to say that.
Thank you.
Yeah, really great job. So before the audience has any questions, if you are an audience member and you don't feel comfortable turning on your microphone or video, just place a chat message of your question in the Zoom chat, and I will say it for you. My first question is, what was the most challenging aspect of developing this application?
Do you want to go ahead?
Yeah. I was gonna say from the most challenging part was definitely the multiplayer. That mode was extremely hard for us. It still has a lot of issues. It works, but it has a lot of problems, and there's a specific way that it should work. I think if we had problems getting a connection between the player that creates the room, which is the master client, and the people that joining the room. So we had issues with synchronizing the map, even though we've figured out the synchronization of the map, it's not exactly how we wanted it to be. So basically the multiplayer aspect of the game was the most challenging, and also the combining the generation of the levels with the multiplayer made it even harder. So yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, no. So what inspired your team to come up with the game?
That's definitely wrong.
Well, my original idea, I used to play this game when I was little, and it's called Sokoban. And this version is kind of an updated version of that original game. It's a Japanese game, puzzle game. And this is basically an updated version that doesn't have specific maps every time. It generates maps and the difficulty changes like the original one, of course, but it has different modes. It has the challenge mode and it has the sandbox mode as well. And of course, the multiplayer mode, that's also another thing that the original game doesn't have. And so I love puzzles. I love like using my problem solving skills in order to solve puzzles. So yeah, that was the reason I like to do this. And my group was more than happy to work on that. So yeah.
So Chris in the audience has a great question. Were the challenges with the multiplayer setup the reason why the versus mode is limited to 2 players, or was that always the intention? Do you think the mode could work with more than 2 players?
The intention was always 2 players because, as you see, when you go into the versus mode, the camera is pretty zoomed out, and the map's pretty big as well. So if you do any more than 2 people, you're gonna have a really, really small mode, unless you want to like zoom in to, if each player zooms in to their own like map and you just know that the other player is playing but you can't actually see it. But like that would kind of take the whole point out of it for us. That was kind of the way we had it designed, is that you should be able to see both maps. So more than 2 people kind of just you'd have to like really squint and like go close to the screen to like see what's going on. But yeah, and you could play with more than 2 people on co-op, just not versus.
Yeah, there's actually I'm sorry to interrupt. We can actually we can actually spawn a lot of players into the same room of co-op. But yeah, the VS I think is more fun because it actually challenges 2 friends.
So yeah, it's more of a 1v1.
The game itself, is it hosted anywhere that the audience could go and play it, or if they'd like to?
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna send the link into the chat.
All right.
And yeah.
Awesome.
But if you want to try the multiplayer, it is very buggy, and you probably need instructions to make sure you don't like break it.
What are the specific bugs?
So how Rob said, the issue with like information being sent between 2 players is there. So we couldn't really, 2 clients don't really understand what they're doing, what the other is doing, but they like we could spawn the map. So one of the issues was the box. If you're a host, you're going to be the one that's going to spawn the whole map, and all the boxes will, by Unity standards, belong to you. So if you want to join a co-op game, for example, or a versus game, you need to click, the way we kind of worked around it is you need to click on all the boxes that you want to move, and you will get the ownership of the box, and then you can move it. In versus, it's the same thing, and you also have to click your player. And actually, I think that's it. And also,
another thing, if you allow me to add one more thing, is the winning conditions of the VS mode. As you saw, it didn't show which player won the level. It just showed that as soon as both players finished the level, it just showed that the round is over. So you can go and play another game. So yeah, that's another thing in the multiplayer. Also,
for co-op, it's very strange. For co-op, the host needs to be the one to click next level first, and then the joiner. And then in versus, it's the other way around for some reason.
All right. If my next couple questions are: 1, did you have fun working on the project? And 2, would you in the future consider game development? And if not, why not? If so, why?
Me first, or you, Rob, or anyone else?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess with all game development, it's all pretty agonizing until you have a product. The whole process, especially like when you're trying to push for like a lot of story points, or like a lot of stuff done, it's not that fun, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Because none of us really knew how to make a game. We just kind of watched tutorials. And when there's like how we try to do with the multiplayer, we used a a service called Photon, and they didn't really explain that well how to like do connection stuff. So the amount of time we spent trying to figure it out and like doing research on like the second page of Google and so on, that was very not fun. But yeah, it's fun to see the result though. And about game dev, I probably would consider it if I had like a large team that knew what they were doing and could help me out. But I don't know about the rest.
It was fun. It is fun now that we're finished. Now that we have the product, it is fun indeed to use it and be able to show that we've created something. It wasn't that much fun for the same reasons that Arthur mentioned. When I first started this semester, I didn't even have Unity editor installed in my computer, let alone creating a game. So we started from zero, but it is fun now. And also considering game development, not really. It's not something that you never know, but it's not something on my plan right now.
All right. Well, it's been an amazing time. The project is awesome. So really great job. We're just about to move on. We have 3 minutes until the next demo. So with that, are there any final questions from the class or the audience?
So I have a question about the connection. So as far as I understand, the host, the first person who creates the room is kind of like the host, and the connection goes to him. Is that right?
No, actually, it's just to the server. But so the way I explained it, it's the person who creates the room is technically the host of the like Unity objects. So everyone connects to the Photon server, which is just a dedicated server. So there's no actual host or peer-to-peer connection or any of that. But because the first person who joins is the one who spawns in all of the objects by Photon Engine's standards, that person is the owner of all the objects that he or she spawned.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, thanks.
One question. Is there a level selector? For example, in case it gets too hard and you just want to play for fun, you can go back to level 1 or so?
It's kind of more of like a infinite run for the normal and challenge mode, but how Rob showed, you could go to sandbox and just put in create amount, and it'll let you. Yeah, you could just restart like how Rob's showing right now. But you could also just go to sandbox and put in like how many crates you want, and the amount of crates you have will scale with the map. So if you do like 10 crates, which is the max, it'll be a huge level, and if you do like 1 crate, it'll be like the smallest level.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Last. If I noticed there's a lot of software design students here, which thank you for coming, everyone. Would you recommend a project like this to future students of the course? Given the challenges and everything.
I'm playing right
You
here,
can be
Arthur.
honest.
I mean, like a Unity game or the type that we made?
Actually, yeah. How about a Unity game?
Yeah, I think there's definitely there's definitely interesting ideas that could be made with Unity. I'm personally I like this game, but I know I have like a lot better ideas in my opinion for what the game for like games that could be made, especially with like in like a team setting. But yeah, it's a fun project to work on.
All right. Well, great job. Amazing, amazing work for the semester. We're now going to have Patreon Shout do their demonstration. Great job, SOKROBAN.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hello. Oh, let me turn on my camera.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
We can.
Okay, very nice.
All right.